After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 602. This is Wednesday, May 29th, 2024, as we are recording. We hope you had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, if you celebrated, and a wonderful weekend if you didn't. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Tully, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you're new, we're glad you found us. We hope you see something that you like and that you will continue to join us. If you are returning, we're always glad to have you back. If you are new or returning and in the shadows, but you'd like to become official and become more active, you can tap the little subscribe button, which is somewhere below the video. Somewhere, and it's some color, white or red or whatever it is, and just tap that and the little bell, and that will allow you to customize your notifications. And if you want to take part in the alongs, then you need to go to our home group, which is in the description box below the video. I think it's PHM podcast@freeforums.net. It's down in the little description box below the video.
All pertinent links and stuff are down in the
to Etsy shops, to PHN Home, all that stuff is down there. And let's see, I guess I go first. So I'm having in my Adagio, because this is the mug I want to use this time, is my Adagio Owl and Other Forest Creatures mug. It's a double-walled mug with a lid to keep it. And so this was originally to have for your tea bag, but I make it so my spoon can sit there. And I'm having heresy of heresies. I'm having a whistling kettle tea in this. It's called salted caramel chocolate. Talia got me two teas. I showed them to you last week. One was this, and one was Belgian chocolate, which I thought I loved it when I first had it.
It was a
It was a reorder.
Reorder.
But I wasn't sure how much I liked it, so I had to only get one this size. And I
was only able to get you the one because in between us talking about it, the second one I had in my cart disappeared.
And also you said that if I didn't like it,
no, I don't think that one I could, because I think that has rooibos in it.
Yeah.
I think this one I said, okay, I can, but the other one, like, if you don't like it, you're stuck with it.
Oddly enough, I wasn't sure how I was going to like this one. I had it once, tasted it, and I wasn't sure how I was going to like it. And I had it without milk last time I had it. And it was good. It really was. As it cooled, it got really good. Mm-hmm. And then this time I put almond milk creamer, silk almond milk creamer in it, a tablespoon, and with a little extra tea, leaves. And it really blossomed. It's very, very good. And oddly enough, I'm not sure I'm going to get the Belgian chocolate one again, even though I love Belgian chocolate as a chocolate, and I thought I loved it as a tea. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to try it again tonight or tomorrow to see how I really do like it. This one will have a 10 for my salt, and this is a moderate caffeine, so that's good. The other one is a no caffeine, so it'd be nice if I had that, but I do have plenty of chocolate, no caffeine. So,
well, what we could possibly do, Mom, is I already have a tin made up for salted caramel. If you have an empty, we can do a switcheroo.
I do have an empty.
So, rather than you having to put in all the information again, I have it on mine.
It's, what color is it?
Oh, I don't remember.
Because mine are all blue.
I'm not sure that I have a specific color for it. The important thing is the information that I have on there.
This is really good. Very good. What are you having?
Okay, so for mine, and this is one I actually wanted you to try, Mom. This is Choco Mint Truffle.
Oh, right. That's from Adagio. Not Adagio,
T-Spot.
From T-Spot as well.
Yours is Whistling Kettle, not T-Spot.
Oh, right. You're right. We are apparently going heretical today.
Well, I actually don't drink terribly much Adagio.
I drink mostly Adagio.
Yeah. So, this is... I drink a fair mixture. I tend to drink a lot of not whistling killer. I do, but I drink a lot of tea spot because they have a lot of my breakfast teas, Earl Greys. Although whistling kettle has quite a few too. This is black tea, peppermint, chocolate flavoring.
Yeah, for me, I do primarily Adagio. I have, I think, 3 or 4 that I like from Plum Deluxe that I really like. I can only get there. And then I have a couple from Whistling Kettle.
And the reason I'm thinking of you is because it has definitely mint forward right now. The chocolate, as far as I can tell, isn't coming out too much
Still
yet.
hot. And I do tend to like a chocolate mint. Yeah, this is good.
I thought you'd like it.
Yeah. It's not quite as good as Woody's, but it's good.
Well, it's one of those things that if I'm not drinking a lot of it, I might pass it on to you simply because you really do enjoy chocolate mints, where I just am kind of like okay with them. And this is under their breakfast teas, so.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Okay. Because
Like,
Woody's is non-caffeinated, so I have that in
No,
there.
this one has caffeine. So it's a nice caffeine option for you if you want like a chocolate mint for breakfast.
Right, because like I know I've already have to reorder the little gray cells again because I'm going to fill up with what I have, which means I have to get one to put in my.
Right.
What I do with my favorite ones, I like to have one in my box. I have a box that I've almost emptied except for the extra in reserve of my favorite teas. So the little gray cells has always got to have one in the box. So I'm taking that out to refill, so I have to buy another one.
Right.
And I think I buy it every month.
You probably come pretty close to it.
I think I keep whoever did that in points. Because when you get a 3-ounce size, there's a certain number of points for each size. And the smallest size, the sample, you get 3 points. For the 3-ounce, you get 12 points. And I forget what you get for the 5-ounce. Because I never really buy the 5-ounce.
Right.
But, yeah, so that's all we have to say about the tea. Moving on to the alongs.
Oh, this is called Choco Mint Truffle.
Oh, okay, chocolate truffle, yeah.
I just want to tell you the caffeine, what the level of caffeine is, because I usually do say this for that.
Fair warning, you may hear potentially in the future some thunder and lightning. It's clouding over. We're supposed to have a thunderstorm. It's not supposed to come till about 2 o'clock. It's before noon right now, but it's really getting dark kind of fast. So
high caffeine.
Okay.
So this would be a good breakfast for you. And of course, peppermint digestive support. They say that black tea is good antibacterial, antiviral, rich in antioxidants. Again, the black tea, heart health, and focus.
It's not a Ceylon, is it?
Oh, I don't know what black tea. They don't state.
Yeah, because most of it doesn't taste like it has. Ceylon has a very distinct.
Yeah, because not every place mentions what kind of black tea.
Right, but if you taste Ceylon, you know it.
Well, they say this is Chinese tea.
Right. Well, Ceylon comes from Sri Lanka.
But all they mention is.
And I knew that even before I looked it up. I don't know how I knew it, but I did.
But yeah, just figure I'd look that up for you. It is vegan. So no dairy for you to worry about. Not that really. But yeah, there you go. That might be one that passes on to you as well. Because I don't tend to drink a lot of mint in my teas. I don't hate it. It's just not a flavor I gravitate towards.
Right.
Whereas it is a flavor you gravitate towards, and this is actually a mint tea with caffeine in it, a chocolate mint tea with caffeine in it, which is kind of not common.
Yeah, it's not, because usually you'll have it with the 2 mints, like Woody's has the mints and the vanilla.
Yeah.
And the vanilla's a honeybush.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure he has a caffeinated. I won't drink it because I don't like the Ceylon tea.
Yeah. I just don't generally think of, like, a lot of peppermint type of things with caffeine. I'm sure they're there, but...
A lot of times, the most mint a mint will be is a moderate.
Yeah.
But I'm in the process, as I said in previous podcasts, trying to rearrange what it is I really like and what I'm trying to get rid of. Rena got a huge box in the mail of tea, and my friend Helen came home with a huge box of tea, and my friend Sharon got a huge box of tea because we got a lot of stuff for our birthdays.
Yeah.
And also, when we first started, we have a tendency when we first start to have everything.
Right.
And so, try everything.
Especially early on, we were still figuring out flavor profiles.
And I figure that for me, I'm still in the chais. I still like the chais. I like the chocolate mints. I like the stuff with the peppercorn in it a lot of times.
Yes. Well, I know you really... That's why you enjoyed my winter one. which I'm going to be picking up more of. And actually, I'm just going to, I know you like your chocolate mint, and you will drink that for breakfast.
But what about, I guess I can give you 2 tins. And give you 2 tins. So you have
a backup one for when next time I have a tea I can think of to go in there.
Because you have a tin here. You have to have something to replace it. I said, I'm not going to need 3 tins. I just need 1. Maybe I shouldn't order any of them. Well, I got the 3, obviously.
Well, apparently it's for a reason, because I'm going to be giving you the one for the tea you just finished, and it already happens to have some tea in it, so if you end up needing a fix in between your other one coming in.
And this is the good thing about some of these is I'm trying to ease back on snacks themselves. And I know that this has some sugar, but I don't put a lot of sugar for the amount of tea. I was trying to figure it out. I might put a tad more than some of the people on Adagio do.
But some people don't drink their
well, some of them don't put sugar at all. But
I don't know how you drink tea without any sugar. No.
But I looked at it, and some of them are like for 8 ounces. Well, this is double that. Yeah. Almost. So. And
then this one's more than even that.
Well, this one's 1.5. But the 16 ounces, stuff like that. So I figure a teaspoon of sugar, and it's not even granulated. It's the rock sugar, so it's not really a full teaspoon of the powder. But
and I know I don't heap my teaspoon either.
No, I don't either.
For my sugar, I do for my tea.
The only thing I might heap for the sugar is if I don't want to do 1.5. So I'll heap it, because all you get is like 1.25.
Yeah.
And so I did that the other day with Woody's. Because I was putting the almond milk and everything, so I just didn't want to. But my point is that having these ones that I can have with cream in them allows me to have it without having some food in it, without my stomach getting upset. And that's probably more than you want to know about that. Okay. I blame her. The alongs we have going, we have autism awareness is a little over a month to go, right? I mean, this is the end of May, so we have all of June to go. That's right? January, February, March, April,
we have
May,
all
June.
this month of June, excuse me, because I only have one more month of this particular quarter of the Historathon.
Right, so we have one more month and a little bit for the autism awareness, and the same amount for the second quarter of Anything Goes. All the rules for autism awareness and Anything Goes are in the groups, in the PHN home group threads. And the featured yarns and featured patterns are basically the same. Anything by Lady Fernico Creations, anything by Franciscan Gypsy Designs, anything by Laura Concert, which is Lollipop Girl Yarns or Creations or whatever she is now, I forget. And then for the autism, we also picked up George's Braided Bright, what's her name? Something Creation.
A Modest Creation.
A Modest Creation, the weighted lap gown and teddy bear patterns, and I think we picked up, even though I didn't mean to do so, Bryony Bears toys and
well, we had that from the beginning.
No, that was usually from the toy along.
Oh, okay.
So, somebody mentioned it. I just picked it up without thinking. I didn't want to take it off. That and Crystal, who is chronically crocheting. We picked them both up. Normally they're just toy along, but somebody asked me about it. I didn't even think about it. I said, oh yeah, sure, them too. So they're in there too, as long as it's bright colored. And the crafts are knit, crochet, loom knit, weaving, and paper crafts that fit the parameters. If it's a too small of a project, I think we said 50 yards or less, have something else with it. And the same with a very small, I don't know how to
measure it.
Measure a paper project, but if it's too small, have something with it, okay? And just make sure it fits the parameters of each of the alongs that you're putting it in. You can go ahead and double dip. If it's a bright colored thing, so it can go to Anything Goes. It can go in, autism awareness. Yeah. It doesn't matter. And if it's a Anything Goes project, as long as it fits the parameters for autism awareness, it can go there too. Yeah. All the rules are in the group, and the hashtags are in the group as well. Okay, so that takes care of that.
And you go first.
I need a drink. No alcohol, just drink.
You don't have a little bit of a dash of it in there?
A nip of something.
Yep,
nip of something. Oh, this is really good. It almost tastes like a cross between a Werther's Original and those caramels that Dad uses when he makes the craft caramels.
Right.
But the craft caramels is more like, it tastes like what I see.
Yeah.
It's not quite as strong as that.
I believe that's a medium caffeine, if I remember correctly.
This one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know this one's high caffeine. I want to say whenever I check Whistling Kettle.
This one's it.
Yeah, because anytime I checked any of the Whistling Kettle ones, I want to say that they were medium.
Because I remember I had the Belgian one early in the day. I kind of said, well, I just want to have this one first.
Yeah.
And then I had this one. I'm like, can I have it? I said, oh, yeah, it's moderate. I can have it.
Yeah.
So
I remember checking all the Whistling Kettle ones, being really all of them, because that included my breakfast ones and my Earl Greys from there. Whereas there's high caffeine ones in T-Spot.
Well, there's high caffeines at Whistling Kettle.
I just
too.
haven't seen them.
I'm surprised that your Earl Greys aren't high.
I am too. Well, I'm surprised the German breakfast isn't.
Yeah, that surprised me.
I'm going to have that one with milk. Again, next time I have it. I think I had it towards the end with milk because it was so unpalatable without it.
I didn't like that. I made a face for that one.
That one was strong.
Missy liked it. she said it put hair on your chest.
Now, Missy, by the time she had it, did have some milk in it.
Oh, she was funny. She saw Daddy and I walking, and we were talking a little bit. We're walking, and she asked how we were, and I said, well, we're going to circle back around because there's a truck just sitting at the edge, and your dad doesn't like that when there's a truck just sitting there. She's like, I've had my umbrella. She's like, well, hit him with your umbrella. I'm like, Missy, some violence. Just hit him with your umbrella. He wasn't there, so I didn't get to hit him with my umbrella. He parked over here, was visiting over across the street, but it was pretty funny. Anyway, moving on. She's not violent. She's not. She's really sweet. She's very hyper energy.
Yes, she probably didn't need that bit of German breakfast tea that I let her have.
She's so sweet. She makes my day when she comes over. Let's see here. Here is it's in my Knitter's Magic bag. One of them, the one that looks like a tablecloth. Yeah, with my Mama C bag for my hook, so I can find my hook, because Christina knows me really well. I lose my hook all the time. I should probably just
call it a hook bag. That should be like what they're called, hook bags.
I should probably just put this like this so I don't lose it, because I'm constantly losing everything.
I mean, you have a pocket there. Why not make use of that?
Yeah. So this I did do a little work on. It's growing a little in fits and starts because I don't do it all the time.
Well, that kind of project is good for that.
Yeah. I haven't worked on Taya's yellow one because I still have to dye up the yarn for it.
Right.
She wanted me to do, if you remember, I pulled out my Memento Mori, not because she didn't like it, but because we thought it would be, she wanted to have more subtlety. And I went, wow, she never wants more subtlety. So I went ahead and pulled that out, and I'm going to have to dye up some more of the daffodil for that. And that's sitting on the back burner. That's okay, I have other things.
And I won't look like a bumblebee.
Yeah. Daddy might spot you with my tennis racket.
I don't do bees, even though they're very important.
Oh, they're cute. They have some really cute bee patterns. Little bumblebees.
Yes, they're
the only bees I like are the big fat ones. You know, they're really stupid sometimes.
I don't like any bugs.
They're not really. They're almost not bugs. They're cute. But they're not very bright. They go right in your face, and maybe that's their intention. I don't know, but I do like them. They look like they're fuzzy, and they're cute. And I don't mean to say they're stupid, because they're not. They're just.
They might think you're a flower.
No, I think I'm a flower. But that's
because they're pollinators too, right?
Oh, all bees are.
Yeah,
bees, hummingbirds.
Because it ends up on their fur, probably for the bumblebees.
On the back of their feet. A lot of them. But them and hummingbirds and some of the other smaller birds and things like that, spiders, all that kind of stuff. Spider. But so I forget where I was going with that. But anyway,
I mentioned bumblebee for the shawl if I kept the other color.
Right. So I'm just gonna have to make some time to. I'm juggling my schedule, and the reason I'm so erratic right now is I'm really doing my best to try not to waste time and to try to figure out what schedule works best for me.
And she's also had to allow for a nap during the day.
Yeah,
because her body demands.
Apparently, I'm getting old. Go figure.
We've also had a lot of rain lately.
Yeah, it's been rough with the weather. I mean, the weather's been kind of strange, and I think all last week I took 5 naps in the week last week because I was just so darn tired. But I mean, otherwise when we have date night or whatever, I fall asleep. And then Daddy gets irritated with me. He doesn't really, he just kind of kids me about it. You know, he's really good about that kind of thing. But yeah, so that's what this is. It's just coming along. It It's going a little slowly because I'm trying to divide my time. I'm doing more reading, and I'm trying to get journaling in, and I'm trying to, trying to find some time to dye yarn and try to get my house in order. So that's kind of, and in an effort to do more with the time, I've also cut back on my walking over here. So
that's a recent thing.
yeah, but I've been trying to do it, which is why I got more stuff done.
Yeah.
I just have to do it more consistently.
Yeah.
Because my body is telling me you can't do that anymore. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Okay, so the first one I'm going to show is
How many did you say you had?
3.
Okay.
Is actually the one that I've been showing. It's the on the courtyard steps blanket. It's just mostly a recipe, like I've said. I'm still on the same step, I guess.
She's been sleeping a lot too.
Yeah. So, and also I've been reading a lot, so
We've both been doing a lot more reading.
now with this project, if I'm not too tired, I can read and knit with this one. But I had to be not too tired. But yeah, so got some knitting done on that.
That's just the regular courthouse steps, right?
Yeah. Oh, no, the other one hasn't gained nearly as much attention because it does require more focus.
Right. And I apologize in advance if my voice kind of goes in and out, or you can't quite hear me, or whatever. It sounds weird. I have a lot of allergies. I'm pretty much over the cold. Thank you to the people who wished me well. I'm feeling a lot better. It's just that allergies have kicked in where the cold left off. And so I'm having a hard time sometimes. I have to cough a lot.
Right.
So, always fun.
Your turn.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yep.
All right, let me just stitch here. Release the yarn. There we go. Not the royal yarn, just the yarn. I saw that thing that Paul sent with the quotes and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of those people are really off the wall.
The one I sent you was from him was with talking about
Princess Bride.
but it was the particular article.
Oh, I didn't see the article. I just saw the comments underneath.
Oh, okay, because there's the particular article. It's talking about how Inigo is actually a better swordsman than Wesley, and how Wesley it was this whole thing. It was really cool.
I have to read that.
Because that was what I was attempting to
Yeah, I
send
didn't
you.
see the article. Cause I looked at the picture. I didn't see anything. I just saw the comments.
No, it was an article.
Okay, cool.
Maybe I sent it from the wrong thing. When you're showing your project, I'll send it from Paul's messages instead of directly from the page.
Okay.
That's probably where it would happen.
All right. Let me see what my next one is.
Yeah, I wouldn't have just sent you a picture of the ton of comments.
Okay, in my PHN 10-year podiversary bag by the lovely Ann Gander, who used to be Ann, what is it? Ann Brody? Ann Brody.
Brody, yeah.
Ann Brody from Silvershed, USA, is my Little Boy Blue baby blanket project. And I made a little bit of progress on this. It's really soft. I love this. I love working with ice yarn. It's soft. I don't particularly care for the fuzziness of this. I'm not sure why this is fuzzy and some of them aren't, but the last couple I've worked with have been fuzzy. I'm getting used to it, so it's not as much of a problem, but I do prefer it not to be quite so fuzzy. It's very soft, and I love the way it patterns. I mean, look at this. That's just the way the yarn works up. It's really nice for a very simple pattern, like a stockinette something.
Yeah.
Or this, which is just double crochet. It works very, very nicely. All the interest in the project comes from the yarn. The yarn does all the work.
I would say, though, for knitting, rather than stockinette, I did garter or
Why?
seed stitch, because you see with the crochet, there's a little bit more of a texture than you get with knitting, and I think that the other two stitches that I just meant to seed stitch or garter give that little bit of texturedness. Just so you know, Mom, the thing I sent you on Princess Bride, it looks like you sent a picture after. It's just for whatever reason that triggered your Hump Day picture to come afterwards.
My what?
Did you send me this on Hump Day? Happy Hump Day?
I didn't send you that.
Well, it says you sent it.
I didn't send that.
Okay, well,
Unless I did it by accident. I mean,
regardless, it's gonna look like you sent something after the Princess Bride thing. The last message that I sent is actually the one you haven't seen yet.
Okay, well, you have to show me when we're done.
Because, yeah.
So my phone screen is very sensitive, so I could have very well sent her something without intending to. Although where I would have gotten a camel, I have no idea.
I mean, I'm guessing it's, alright, let's see.
Starting another
I sent
ball.
it again, so it's after the hump day.
Okay, good. Sending another ball of yarn. I'm starting another ball of yarn.
Yeah.
And this is, the color is, does it have color in this?
I don't think it has. Let me see. Because it's called Picasso, that's the brand, or the type of thing. Polyester. It might be in Turkish or whatever.
It might be, because this is not an American yarn.
And I mean, I don't see anywhere a name.
Well, I'll just call it sky blue.
Um,
Maybe just call it little boy blue.
it doesn't have a name on here.
Okay, no name.
Because, well, Picasso, are they all called Picasso yarn?
No, I don't think so. I think so.
Well, then this is the colorway.
Why would we? Oh, his blue boy period.
Yeah, because the only way I could tell for sure is if the other ones have Picasso on it, but this says Picasso. So if the other ones don't say Picasso on it, that's the name of this colorway.
Okay, I'll have to take a look at the other ones and see. I don't have any in my bag that aren't this particular yarn.
Was that it for that one?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me finish these 3 stitches.
Try to add on a new ball.
Alright, there you go. Let me mark off this row, and then I'll show my next one. So the next one is in my Velveteen Rabbit bag. It looks like this was the right side. Maybe I didn't mark off one previous time.
Well, that reminds me. I have to get something to mark off my right side of one of my projects.
There we go. Okay, so in my Velveteen Rabbit bag by Little Skein and the Big Wool. It's an old bag.
Very old bag. At least 12 years. It's 12 years. 11 years, something like that.
So
That's the first bag I gave you. I think.
possibly, yeah.
Close to it, anyway.
So this is the first sock. This is Lollipop Girl Yarns. It's Flamingling by the Pool. You've got highlighter. Is this colorway for the heels, toes, and cuff?
Laura's fun names for the yarn make up for the non-name of my yarn.
And then the pink is things like bubblegum something. So
Bubble yum or bubble gum or
it's
what?
not bubble yum. It's something bubblegum. I want to say
Not bubblicious.
no. It's not one of those brands.
It's really pretty.
It might just be bubblegum.
Might be.
Just like this one's just highlighter. It might. Well, this one's highlighter yellow. But yeah, so just a different heel toe cuff colorway. I am working on the heel flap. I still have a little bit to go.
Did you say what the pattern was?
No, I did not. This is just a simple.
It's not any particular person's pattern.
Well, it is. Hold on.
It's a K's, wasn't it?
Yes. Vanilla Cream Socks by K.F. Jones. So
A Bakery Bear's Fame.
So it's basically a simple stockinette pattern. So there's that.
Okay, let me finish this stitch. Boobity boobity. There. Okay.
Sheila, Mom, looks like you dropped a tissue out of your sleeve.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
That takes care of that one. Now, my next one is... It's Not Easy Being Green blanket. My M&M bag. This is Taya's migraine blanket pattern. I did about, I don't know, maybe all total a little over a row yesterday while we're watching TV because it's long. It's a
Oh, yeah.
you know, so it's not much different than when you saw it last time. But I did do between 3/4 and a row and a half or two maybe on here. So I'm still on the garter stitch, but it's coming along. I think I'm going to enjoy this simply because it's easy.
Well, yeah, that was the whole point. I mean, I did that in the complete darkness.
This is the one I was saying that I need to get something to mark the right side, and I need to find my little circle.
Well, yeah, once you get to the point that you have a right side, wrong side, really,
It becomes very intuitive.
well, yeah, because it's you can see where the stockinette is.
But you have to know how many rows you're at because you have a certain length.
Oh, well, yeah, but you're talking about right side, wrong side.
Right.
I'm not talking about row count. I'm talking about right side, wrong side.
Right. So this should be fine.
And honestly, this one, if it's the one I'm thinking of, is just the straight in the center garter stitch.
And isn't there one on either side?
No, I don't think this one's in quarters, because the whole point
No,
of the...
I didn't mean quarters. I just meant down around.
Well, it's got a
Like a border.
a border,
You see.
but that's again something marked by stitch markers. It's not a matter
Yeah,
of
see,
number
this is what I
rolls.
meant, all the way around.
So it's got the frame, but then it's got straight down.
Straight down,
So
yeah.
honestly, you don't count rows really. You just go until you like the length.
Right, but I want it to be even.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it doesn't
would
matter.
be there is no even.
There's no like, okay, garter, stockinette, garter.
Right, because the whole
it's
point
all-
of it is to be easy enough that you don't have to. I didn't want to make it so you had to worry about anything, because remember, I designed this while I was actively having a migraine.
This is Rena's favorite blanket, I think. And it's her fault that I'm doing this. Yes, Rena, I'm calling you out.
Because
Yes.
that's what the good thing about this is, like, you don't have to count rows. You know, yeah, maybe the most you need to do is around the garter section, but only for the garter section at the beginning and the end.
Right, not on the sides. Because the sides will be marked.
Well, yeah.
The sides will be marked and the middle will be marked.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to putting those markers in. It'll be very intuitive, I think. Very just kind of go.
That's a nice sit-at-TV project. If I could do it while I'm actively having a migraine, it can be done just about anywhere. Because that was at the point where I had the migraine to the point where I was in tears.
Right.
That's before I was getting treatment for migraines.
And this one I'll probably just put row 1 in one column, all knit one column, all two one column, purl one column, except for the whatever that is there. I can see what I have to do, just that this is where the pearls go. And then I can just go back and forth, just to keep, I like to keep an eye on where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not going to make a difference, because if you notice here, I don't give you a count.
No, I know you don't.
So, for you, it's really is it as long as I want it to be, because it's just a matter of being 2 inches short of what you desire for your length.
Right. Well, it's not even that. It's that I don't trust myself reading my stitches, so I like to check up and make sure I'm on the right place. Mm-hmm. And like I said, once you have the right side, I should be fine.
Right, because I think you're going to find after a while that writing it down is honestly going to be a waste of your time.
Because I remember there was one other one that I did, and I think it was knitted. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, I know what this is.
This is such a simple pattern that I think you'll find that writing down things will be simply overcomplicating it.
And I think that if I like it as much as I think I'm going to, this one, along with the one I'm doing for 5410 right now, are going to be my go-to if I do knitted blankets.
Right.
For babies.
Now, the nice thing about this one over the 5410 is the 5410, it has the horizontal one, so count is a little bit more important.
It is.
Whereas this one, count
is not
important.
They do have some very simple ones I haven't looked at because they were so simple. I was like, I'll go shoot myself if I have to do that, because it's just like garter. And sometimes I might feel like that.
Well, the whole point of this one was there's enough interest to keep someone into it, but not so much that you can't do it while you're actively having a migraine.
Right. And so this one is a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing more of it. I just have to make sure I pay attention so I don't have to. I probably should do this when I'm not watching TV, not because I can't, but if I don't pay attention, and I'll know I have a mistake, but I can't always fix it. If I've tried, and when I try, I make a big mess.
Well, I think once you're far enough away from the garter edge, you'll catch it far before you get to
right.
You'll catch it when you're in the same row, because it'll be so obvious.
Right.
Or you'll catch it like when you're the row above. Then all you have to do is tear back to.
I'm very creative about my mistakes.
No, I think that you'd be able to see it, because if you're once you're a certain length away from the garter stitch, it's going to be so obvious.
Right.
But
my tea is gone.
my final one is in my Plover Birds on a Wire bag. And this has...
That's such a cute bag. I'm going to have to practice drawing these.
Yeah, they look like they're simple. Mom's Christmas socks. And I'm at the point where I'm going to look at...
Finally got the yarn.
Yeah, we have to look at picking up for the gusset. Because I finished the heel turn.
These are DK, right?
Worsted.
Oh, they're worsted.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the chroma? No.
Yes.
It is?
This is the chroma.
Okay.
Because that's what they designed the pattern with.
I used a chroma base. She asked me to get a chroma base to do that.
Yeah, because I've always wanted to knit this sock in the yarn that it was designed in, which was a chroma. And so Mom dyed some of her yarn for that because she's always wanted more of another pair of these socks. I need to knit another pair for myself at some point. And actually, I don't have a pair.
You don't have a pair of
Well, I had one, I think. No, wait. I don't think I ever knit myself a pair. For I did, they're one of the ones that I popped a hole in because they used the wrong yarn or something like that. But I haven't had a pair for a very long time, if I ever had a pair.
Because I think I have two. I think I have...
Well, I know you really liked this pattern, so chances are I
Excuse me.
did knit you a couple.
I apologize. I warned you I have allergies.
But yeah, this is the Dance All Night socks. The whole idea is to give it kind of a scrunchy sort of feeling like
Leg warmers.
leg warmers. So
80s.
yeah, and it takes 2 balls of chroma.
And I usually put those over my regular socks because my feet get cold.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't usually like to wear them if I'm on the machine or whatever because I don't want them to get all messy.
But yeah, you said this is without packages, right?
Yes.
That's Mom's colorway.
It came without packages.
It came without packages, yeah. So there's that. I think I ended up... Well, I actually did work on this while reading. I started the heel flap and did the heel turn while I was reading. I just can't do the gusset while reading. I need to actually focus more attention on that.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of focus.
Well, just picking up stitches.
Okay, now my next one is both a new and an old project together. You'll see what I mean in just a second. This is my little I don't have any owls bag by Allegheny Fiber Arts. And the reason this is I started new and old is this is what I had. And first of all, it's too dark. Mm-hmm. Secondly, I just didn't give the right feel of a pasheen.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might want to tell them what it is.
Yeah, it's a pasheen. So this is, I'm doing a bare colorway. This is paint box, I think.
I think he said it was, yeah.
And so this, yeah, it's paint box. It's their natural. And you can see I'm further along on this one than I was with this, and you can see the size difference.
And that's closer to what you wanted.
It's closest to what I wanted, close to what I wanted. And there's more of a structure to it. It's got more of a, not a stiffness, but more of a, I don't know.
It's not floppy.
Yeah, this, I mean, I love this yarn. This is very nice.
But just not for this.
But it's not for this I think I'm going to make a scarf or something out of this.
It's a little more drapey.
Yeah. I might adapt your migraine blanket for a scarf for this. So this is, yeah, this is not, I just decided I'm going to take it out of here now so I have room in my bag because I'm not going to use it. I have several skeins of this. I think I bought it when not our local yarn store, but remember in Warrenton when they moved?
Yeah.
And I think I bought it from there. Was this that? I don't know. Anyway, but this is kind of a nice feeling yarn. It feels, you feel it?
It's got tweed stuff in it.
Yeah, it does. This is I don't know what's in here. It's remix yarn, Barocco remix. It's got 30% nylon, 20% cotton, cotton Wait a minute. 30% nylon. What is? I don't understand how. What is? This is nylon and then nylon again.
It's just translation. So nylon
Oh.
just happens to be the same thing in that
Oh,
language.
gotcha.
You have cotton, acrylic, silk, soy, linen, lean. So it's just, I guess it's French.
I can't see very well without my glasses. Let me see. Okay, I can see better if I pull back. Yeah, it looks like it's French.
So all they did was, it just happens to be that acrylic is the same, spelled the same way in both languages.
Right. I think what
So-
confused me was it had 30% nylon, and then I saw the 27% after the nylon. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. So this is a mixture of natural fibers and nylon. And I don't think I've seen linen, silk, and cotton together before, and then acrylic.
I've seen cotton and linen together because that's Knit Picks Cotton.
Yeah, cotton. I've seen that before, but then you have silk in here, and acrylic as well, and nylon. So this would probably make a nice pair of socks.
Possibly, yeah.
Very soft. So yeah, so I'm not using that anymore. I'm just going to use my paint box, which has a little more structure to it, and that will make it easier to make the toy. It shouldn't take me too long. I mean, I did this in this much in 2 days, and then I had to put it aside because my hand and all that kind of stuff. But so yeah, that's what I have to say about that. That's all the projects
I don't have any more projects, but I do have an FO.
Okay, go for it.
So I finished my TARDIS socks.
Yay!
So the funny thing is, I actually ran out of, I don't know if I did the leg longer than I normally do, or if she had slightly less yardage for this sock, or what it was, or for this yarn, or what it was, but I ran out at the toe. So I took 2 fingering weight yarns, like a kind of grayish black one, and then some blue, because I didn't have one that really matched.
That's really pretty.
And I went ahead and held 2 together to do the toe. And I think it worked out pretty well.
Isn't that also Dance All Night?
No. This is not just barn boot socks.
It looks really similar, doesn't it?
No, that's just ribbing. The difference is, for one thing, it's not as long. For another thing, it's not as wide.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, see, I knew there was ribbing on here, but okay, gotcha.
Because I knit a lot of ribbed socks. There's more stitches here. Because you actually come in right before you do the heel flap, you actually have to decrease.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because it's supposed to be floppy.
Oh, gotcha. And this is more... Do
This
I have any of this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I think I have one of Heidi's yarn.
Possibly, yeah. This is my base one. That's the pattern I do most of the time.
I was confused because of the ribbing.
Oh, yeah. No, I tend to like ribbed socks because
I love
they
ribbed
stay
socks.
up.
I don't like socks that fall down.
I mean, I do have...
This is a different thing.
Yeah, I do have other socks and other patterns, but this is my base pattern. But yeah, so no, there is definite differences, even though they both have ribbing. I think there's even a difference in... This is a 2-3. It might be a 3-3.
No, you don't want to say.
Yeah. So, regardless, it's got a different number of stitches for the rib.
Turned out really well.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm happy with this, especially considering the fact that I had to replace the toe.
Show the toes so they can see it better.
Well, I brought it up before, but yeah.
See.
Well, the toe's going to look different anyway because
Well, I just want them to see that it's variegated, and that's not.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that it can... If someone didn't know that I replaced the yarn, they could be fooled.
Oh, yeah, they just might think it was fraternal twins instead of...
Well, they are fraternal twins.
Well, you know what I'm saying. That yarn is just that yarn.
Right, because they even have sections where you have the black and the blue just by itself. So
It matches fine.
It fits that section. So I think that if it wasn't for me knowing that it was replacement, I think someone could.
I think it looks really good. It would be nice if you done this one that way too.
Dear, not taking it back. But yeah, it's been a while since I've finished a pair of socks.
Okay. Let's see here.
I'm not allowed to start any new socks until I finish socks.
What are we doing now?
We usually go into journaling.
Okay. My graphic novel is very simple. I'm just happy that I did it. I used Pat's Looney Hiker's suggestion about the sticker paper. It's I guess I don't know what you call it, but you can put an image on it and then use the image as you would a sticker. And so this is I have a new religion.
It's sticker paper.
Yeah, it's a new religious journal. I finished my old one, and so I wanted to put. I wanted to make it a little, a little more something. My husband's going to help me put some kind of
Mod Podge
or something on here, so I don't have to worry about it coming off, because they are stickers. They stick well, but it goes back and forth out of my bag.
Right.
So this is.
And then plus you have this thing here.
Yeah, this right here. This is the man you see at the bottom is our founder for our Pauline order for Annunciationists, Holy Family Institute, Daughter of St. Paul, all that stuff. And they've got the monsters with Jesus in the host, and then the chalice. And the writing says, "Do not be afraid. From here I will cast light. Be sorry for sins." And that's in all the Pauline chapels.
Yes.
Because that's what he was told. Can you see that? So that's my journaling. It's all unique stickers, because I just got the images and put them on the sticker paper via the computer and the printer, cut them out and put them on my journal. And as you can see, it is a new journal because that's as far as I am. So that's all I have to say about the journaling.
So, I think last time I mentioned that I finished the entry for When Books Went to War. Now, I'm almost finished with Mouse. I just have to write the review and do the star rating. So, I did the little title up here, wrote that out using using my calligraphy felt pens, and then I mentioned last time that I drew and I eventually pasted the swastikat and then the mouse of the Star of David. This is the only thing I haven't drawn.
One of my suppliers has calligraphy brushes. They're you don't have to dip it. It's already got the ink.
Yeah. It's probably like my marker ones.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they don't. What's nice about them, they don't leak.
Mm-hmm.
But they have their own things. You have to worry. They will get heavy if they'll.
I know what you're talking about, like a felt pen would.
Yeah,
because it's gravity.
Well, it's not that it'd be heavy in your hand.
No, I know that. It's the amount
gets too much of the color there,
yeah.
But it's not like leaking in the way of a dip pen would.
But if you put down too much pressure, you're gonna get more ink than you want.
Yeah, exactly. It'll kind of like pool a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, I just have to write the review itself, and then I have the final entry I get to start, which will be the one for the Don Bluth book that I read last year. So there'll be a lot of artwork for that one too.
Daddy's happy you're doing artwork.
Well, I know there's a period of time with the covers that the Christie covers there wasn't as much.
Mm-hmm.
But I've given myself permission. If I don't feel like drawing that particular cover, I won't.
Oh, it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
It's not a schoolwork. It's just,
exactly. So I'm almost at 2024.
Yay. Okay, so what's next?
I guess I'll show my bead stuff that I finished, and then I have stash enhancements.
Yeah, I do too. But how many stash enhancements do you have? And?
What? Those aren't stash. I guess they are. That's rosary stuff for me. That's bead stuff for me.
Okay, well I have stash enhancements.
Well, what I'll probably do is I'll do my bead stuff, and then I'll lead into your stash enhancement bead that makes it connected.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's something I made. This isn't really a stash enhancement for me. So.
Well, it's yours though.
Yeah, but it's just like a lot of my knit projects are mine too. That doesn't make them a stash enhancement. So this is, now we did get a bunch of centerpieces come in, but I'm not showing all that. I'll show them as the rosaries get finished. This is Our Lady Mother of the Eucharist. Got Mary with Jesus and well, she's got the chalice and the host.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, body and blood.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't seen very close before because of the smaller picture. I wasn't sure if it was a tabernacle or if it was.
Right.
But it is, if you look really close, it is the host and the chalice.
Yeah.
So it's just a small picture. And then this one is... Now, this is a stone one. I believe it's sodalite. Sodalite?
It's really pretty. It's a kind of a federal blue-gray.
Yeah. Although I had to mix it with another similar colored bead because I ran out, and I can't remember what the other one was.
What is this?
I can't remember. I think it's jasper. But I can't remember what color it is for the jasper. I had to look it up.
Sandstone or something.
But this one is just a whitewood bead and ebony black bead. So this is my Padre Pio with the Eucharist
Yeah, we love Padre Pio
centerpiece.
here.
What's kind of nice, what's kind of cool about this one is there's a certain point in his life where he had the stigmata, and he had it the rest of his life.
Oh, he had it almost all his life. I mean, it's a long
Yeah,
time.
I can't remember when he got it.
I don't remember, but he was early in his priesthood or early in his seminarian or whatever. He was young.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I couldn't remember how young he was when he got it, but there are pictures where he'll be doing the mass, or even just talking to people, where it's just a bunch of blood coming from the hands. But so he started eventually wrapping his hands, or he wearing like a kind of glove. And this, while he's holding up the Eucharist for mass, you can see the glove that he's wearing for that. It's actually when you're looking up the pictures, because I was trying to find something for Dad. A lot of times when he's doing mass or just doing these, he'd try to pull his sleeves over so people wouldn't see either the gloves or the stigmata.
They want to
markings.
take attention away.
But there'd be points before he had the gloves where he couldn't help and the sleeves would fall a little bit, and you'd see the stigmata markings even when while he was doing communion. Sometimes there'd be more blood than other times, but most of the time he did try to cover either with his sleeve or with these fingerless gloves.
Well, a lot of saints did. I remember St. Catherine of Siena asked Jesus to make it so it wouldn't show, and it didn't show till her death.
Yeah, but so... Yeah, I thought... I mostly wanted this particular one because, specifically, the fingerless mitts that he had to wear, or he started wearing because of stigmata. But, yeah.
Okay, so I am 2 rosaries richer. This one that Taya gave me a couple days ago, less than a week ago, is Solanus Casey. Blessed Solanus Casey. He's up for sainthood.
That was yesterday.
Yesterday.
I'm pretty sure that was yesterday. It might have been the day before. But.
When I first saw it, I thought it was Padre Pio, and I said, oh no, that's Solanus Casey. And I don't know what kind of
Same
beads.
order.
What would you say the beads were?
Oh, that's jasper. I can't remember the kind of jasper
Both
it
of
is,
them?
though.
The black. Oh, these are tiger eye.
That's tiger eye.
So this is jasper beads and tiger eye, and it's very nice. It matches his the photo here, and he was a very humble man. He was a doorkeeper for the order, and
He couldn't say mass, right?
I don't think he could do confessions. I think he could say, maybe he couldn't say mass either. He had problems with Latin or something. I forget what it was.
There's an educational issue.
Yeah. He had an educational issue, so he had some limitations put on him. But people would come to him from far and wide. He was a miracle worker, and he's up for sainthood. He's already beatified. You have servant of God, venerable, beatified, and then canonized, and he's been beatified.
And there's people like Venerable Bede, who is the Venerable's not where he's at in the sainthood process.
Right.
It's just that even after his lifetime, he was called just the Venerable.
He's Saint Bede the Venerable, because
Yes.
before even when he was alive, it was the Venerable Bede.
Yeah.
But okay, so that's this one, and Taya
For the
surprised me.
longest time, I thought that meant like he was stuck at the Venerable stage. I was like, man, he's never moving.
Well, I thought that when I first saw it when I was in school, I just thought he was honored
Right.
because it was a secular school that I was at.
Whereas I learned about him through Seaton.
Now-
At least when I first heard about him.
My other rosary was a surprise. It came to me this morning, and this is a rosary that I had full blown in my mind. I knew exactly what I wanted. I told Talia what I wanted. We looked and looked and looked and looked, and finally she found the perfect centerpiece.
And it arrived yesterday.
And I arrived yesterday, and I had my rosary today. So this is my Holy Spirit rosary. And usually the Holy Spirit is like reds and golds and stuff. I wanted the dove and the wind and the water, so that's all blues and whites. So here, this is a antique white bead, and because of the blue cord, the sky blue cord, it looks like it's light blue.
I believe it's called antique lace.
Antique lace.
Yeah.
And then this is can you see that centerpiece? It's really beautiful. It's a dove.
I think they could see that. Mm-hmm.
And it's
a cameo.
It took forever for Taya to find it. I looked all over the place. She looked all over the place. All of a sudden, I got this message saying, this is it. And
Yeah, I didn't even wait for you to respond. I picked it up.
and I wrote back, yes, that's it. Get it.
I knew I would know it when I saw it.
I knew I would know
so-
it too. I had it in my head, and I couldn't find it. And Taya found it. It's a really beautiful rosary. It looks like it's all blues, but the beads are antique lace. And I think it's a Trinitarian cross. We've got the Father.
Yeah, it's at least some form of Trinitarian
Yeah,
cross.
Son, Holy Spirit, and Father. And then I think there's Mary, and I don't know who's on the other side. St. Joseph, St. John, I can't see.
Mary, that's an angel there, and then you've got the Eucharist down there.
It's beautiful. And it's very fitting because we just had Trinity Sunday. So,
Right.
yeah, I really like this. I have to get this one and the other one blessed because Father hasn't been here yet. And I don't like to bother him after daily Mass because he's usually pretty busy. So he'll come and he'll see the rosaries, my rosaries, Taya's rosaries. I think Davina has one that she got for her birthday that has to be...
Yes.
That she
Oh,
has
wait,
to have.
did she bring it down? No, Dad had to bring his down from Christmas. That's what. Or Easter. That's what it was.
Yeah, he got his. So we're going to have like 4 or 5. Father's used to it. The other day he came back and said, no rosaries. So it's like he comes, he goes, you know. But yeah, so that's what I have for my stash enhancements.
So mine. First of all, there's the little adorable bunny bookmarks. So, and first of all, they came with little free stickers.
Yay for free stickers.
Mostly bunny. There's a little fox in there too.
Aww.
So,
Yeah, little fox and two
but
bunnies.
I like these little bunnies falling asleep on the books. I just love them. And I had to have all 3. Oops, sorry. And then the other bookmark, I had the other 2 in this set, the medieval magnetic bookmarks, but this one wasn't available at first. So, I grabbed this one when I saw it became available. Now I think this might be original artwork based off of medieval art because it just doesn't seem like I've seen anything quite like that.
It's got an owl.
No, that's a cat. That's a medieval version of a cat. Medieval people didn't know how to draw cats well. A lot of times they had like these funky human faces. Like their cats are always really freaky. Yeah.
And with I can't see very well without my glasses.
Yeah. No.
No, Laura, I'm not going to wear my glasses right now.
No, it's a creepy medieval cat. The way that medieval people drew cats. But then I had ordered an Ex Libris stamp, and I've ordered from this person before. Always had good experience.
Excuse me.
Last time I ordered from them, I got a Medusa. This one is Ex Libris. I love this for some of my medieval stuff. I like having options. And we think it smells like some sort of wood. And they sent me, I didn't order this, they sent me a little extra star rating stamp.
Let's see if this is sandalwood.
Yeah, that might be. But yeah, they sent me an extra star rating stamp, which is perfect because it's actually a nice small size. I don't have this particular size for stars. I have for other, like, objects that are meant for rating. But this is the only star one I have of this particular size. And I think it'll actually work really well in the pages I just finished, that spread, because I have a little less space
Yeah, I was wondering
for star ratings.
how you're going to tone down your vociferousness
So I think that's where I'll stick this.
to have enough space. I love the little boxes.
Yes. I don't think the other one came in a box like this.
Didn't you have a bag?
Well, I've had so many different ones come for different people. Because I have a couple of people I've reused before.
Well, if you like somebody, you use them.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as they have the stuff you want.
There we go. So, I can't remember if this person used a box before in the past. It's because it's been a little while.
They still got to stick it in a little envelope.
Well, yeah, I stuck it in this envelope.
Oh, okay.
This was the one with the other. I wanted to keep everything together.
I get that makes sense.
But Because I was afraid also if I didn't have something bigger than an envelope, I would accidentally throw it away.
No, I get that.
Because
That's why sometimes I'll put, like, you'll give me loose stickers and I'll stick it in a big box with everything else.
yeah.
So it doesn't get lost.
Now I'll show next time the other hoodie, but this one is from the Lindisfarne Gospels, and this is Matthew. So, but yeah, I actually am reading a book on the Lindisfarne Gospels right now because I'm really into reading about eliminated manuscripts, particularly as it relates to books of hours and things like that. But this would be from the Gospels versus a book of hours. But yeah,
Okay.
that's it. I'm getting tired now.
Yeah, and I'm done. So, you're tired now. She's going to do a little face plant. All right. Before we wish you all a good day and everything, I want to let all of our Patreons know that we have a Zoom on Friday. This
Yes, we
Friday. 10:30?
Yes.
10:30.
Oh, it works out really well that all my cooking, like we have everything, enough food that I don't need to cook this Thursday, really.
I have to cook.
You have to cook, but it saves me a little bit of energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can set the timer for the amount of time I'm there because I can then save that energy. Whereas normally when I'm doing the cooking, I have to be there the entire time. A lot of times it bleeds over.
And sometimes you can sit if you need to in the dining room where the light is lower.
Right.
But so we want to remind all patrons 10:30 Friday. That's the 31st of May. So we'd like to see you there. And we want to thank the people who commented either on YouTube or in our group, our home group. Meditative Crafter, Wendy, who is MacGyver, Paula, Kara, and Rena, and anyone else that I might have missed. I think I got everybody, but if I didn't, it's not that I am omitting or slighting you. I just didn't see you. Okay.
Yeah.
So we want to thank everybody for your comments. We always love hearing from you.
Yes.
And we want to wish you all a wonderful week full of knitting, crocheting, paper crafting, whatever it is that makes you happy. And we hope to see you here for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 602, and that's a wrap.
Bye.